Hey yo, what is up guys? Coming back at another video. Today we're going to be talking about PMO and female attraction. So for those of you that have been watching on my channel and all that, this is going to be pretty much very similar to semen retention, and you guys will see why. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to go ahead and cover PMO and then semen retention because they're very important on female attraction, just for you guys to understand. So I'll go ahead and start off with PMO. So with PMO, for YouTube purposes, I'm going to change it. So pretty much spicy content, and then the meat beating, and then the releasing of your seed after the meat beating. Pretty much you're cutting that out. And with semen retention, I'm going to explain this, is pretty much where you keep your seed within. And there's benefits to both of them. Some of the benefits kind of overlap. Each one is different in its own little way, but in my experience they're pretty much similar. But like I said, there's a few different benefits. But anyways, so with PMO, the reason why it's related is because you're not getting that you're not releasing your seed pretty much. And that's where semen retention is. You don't release your seed. And the reason why they're related is because it's pretty much the same thing. You just don't have the PNM. I mean, you can probably, with semen retention, you could still beat your meat but still not release your seed. You can still watch spicy content, but it kind of affects with you on your psychological perspective of certain things. I'm not going to go too much in depth on it, just because I wanted to give you guys a little bit of some stories. And if you guys have already seen my other videos, these stories are going to pretty much be repetitive for you. But if you're new to the channel, I mean, these are some pretty interesting stories, I think, in my experience. And these stories happen over time. Don't think they're going to happen instantly, because they don't. And also, there's also probably some instances that I haven't even seen. They probably just went straight over my head. I didn't even think about them or anything like that. But anyways, back to my point. The reason why they're related is because you're not releasing your seed. When you don't release your seed, you get this energy, this vibe, this confidence, and women can pretty much pick up on it. And like, something's different about this guy. And I noticed this within myself. Like, my energy is up. So like in the mornings, it's weird. Like after a 4-day streak and all that, I mean, it's not, but this is personally with me. For you, it may be different. Maybe 5-6 days, maybe 2 weeks, or it could be a couple days. Everybody's body is different, so keep that in mind. But anyways, I get this energy and I can feel it, because like when I wake up in the morning, I wake up so freaking rested and I feel nice. It's like I just drank a coffee or like caffeine or anything like that, and I'm like, I feel energetic. I'm like, I'm good to go. I'm like, today's going to be a great day, and just that vibe. But when I release my seed, pretty much I feel my eyes get drained. The next following days I wake up tired and all that. So I mean, you can notice it, and this is based off my personal experience. You have to do PMO and semen retention for a while to notice these, because like, if you're used to the meat beating and releasing your seed, it's kind of hard to pick up on it, because you're so used to it. Not until you start doing these practices and making it a lifestyle, that's when you really notice them. And I've been noticing it. But anyways, so back to the way how it attracts, is because you have this energy, this life force. People can pick up on it. It's like a vibe, or like something's different about them. Like just the way how you people perceive you, it's really nice. And I highly recommend you guys practicing it. But anyways, so with me, main thing is I notice is eye contact. With eye contact, you can pick up on some cues and all that, and you're like, okay, I mean, you're like, this person's checking me out, I'm checking them out, and you get this boost of confidence, this vibe, this energy. And this is going to be one of the stories that I had. I was at the gym. There's this chick. I was doing incline bench press, you know, the machine or whatever, where you just slide on the weights. Anyways, there's this chick in front of me, and she was I don't know, she was doing something, and I just made eye contact with her, and I stayed staring at her. She stayed staring at me, and I can tell there's like an attraction there. And then anyways, I was done doing that, and I needed to go do some other chest exercise because there's some benches in front, and I went to go use the bench. And later on, like, I'm gonna say a few minutes later, she came up and there was a bench on the side of me. She's like, hey, is anybody using that? And obviously it's one of those cues that it's indirect, the way how she asked, and I didn't pick up on it, but she was pretty much saying, like, I believe pretty much she was interested. And the only reason I say that is because she knew nobody was using the bench on the side of me. So it was indirect, but also approaching, because see, the way how women are, they're confusing as heck, and they like to go about things like in an indirect way, just so they don't get their feelings hurt and all that. But anyways, that's one example. The other example, which for those of you that already seen this, like my other semen retention videos, this one's PMO obviously. But anyways, I was at Panda Express, and I think I was like maybe like on a 2-3 week long streak roughly, and I was in line, but it was this older lady, and she was like asking me, oh, what'd you get, like, you waiting for food too, pretty much, because I was waiting for orange chicken, and she was too. And but she started up a small conversation, and see, this normally doesn't really happen to things like me. And that's where I picked up. I was like, okay, well, what's different? I was like, I started like a 2 or 3 week long streak of PMO and semen retention, and that's what I noticed and picked up. Then another time was when I was at the bank. I was cashing in a check, and the teller or whatever, she was pretty much like asking me, like, the weather's nice today and all that. She's like, what do you think of the weather today? It was something like that, something kind of like, what is it, small talk. And see, that's when I kind of picked up. So there's probably other times that I picked up, but see, I'm to the point in my life where I just focus on just me, and you guys should as well. I mean, if these opportunities do arise, do take them, but don't be going and chasing after women just because. You should be on your purpose, your focus, your drive, your goals, whatever it is, guys. But anyways, it's this vibe that you pretty much give off, and they can sense it. I don't know how, because like it's probably just something that they have in their, how can I say it, psychologically, they can just pick up on it in their subconscious, is what I'm trying to say. You, pretty much like how you can pick up if somebody's mad, happy, sad, like that. That's how they are. But see, it's on a subconscious level. You're not constantly thinking, oh, that person's mad over there. It's not like that. It's just like, hey, that person doesn't look like a good person to be around, or something like that. It's just you pick up on it like a snap. And see, that's the way how it is with them. So when you keep your seed within, and that's the O, you don't have an O, pretty much, you're retaining. That's where that energy builds up, and you keep it within. Anyways, guys, video is going already on 7 minutes. I don't want to make it too long. I want to make sure you guys enjoy the rest of your day, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I hope those stories kind of helped you guys out, and then my brief explanation wasn't too confusing for you. But anyways, make sure you guys drop me a thumbs up, and if you haven't checked out my other videos, I recommend it. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day.